In 2026, the state of Nevada became ground zero for a custody battle unlike anything the American court system had ever seen. The case, Madison Reeve v. State of Nevada et al., and the question, can a mother lose custody of her child because her DNA is no longer considered original? Madison, a 34-year-old bioethics professor and single mother, had undergone an experimental procedure 5 years earlier to repair mitochondrial damage using synthetic gene therapy. The procedure saved her life. But when her ex-husband filed for sole custody of their daughter, he introduced a legal argument that stunned the court. Madison was no longer biologically consistent with the person listed on the birth certificate. In essence, she had edited herself out of motherhood. The judge initially dismissed the claim, until expert witnesses from a biotech oversight committee testified that Madison's mitochondrial DNA now reflected over 23% synthetic material. That raised a philosophical and legal crisis. If parental rights are biologically grounded, what happens when biology changes? Her ex's attorneys argued she had abandoned genetic integrity and therefore parental identity. The court paused proceedings for a week. During that time, bioethics panels, religious groups, and even AI policy watchdogs submitted statements. Some called Madison a medical miracle. Others called her a living patent. When the trial resumed, the courtroom became part science lab, part morality debate. Madison's legal team compared her to organ transplant recipients or burn victims with synthetic skin. Is she less of a mother because she's part machine? Her lawyer asked. The opposing side pushed back, claiming it wasn't just the DNA, it was identity drift. Her personality had reportedly changed post-therapy, her memory retention shifted, and her daughter noticed. She doesn't smell the same, the child said in recorded testimony. That moment went viral. Madison sobbed on the stand, I'm still her mother, I just survived something most wouldn't. The jury was hopelessly split. Some believed Madison was being punished for surviving. Others feared this could open the floodgates to non-human guardianship cases. Finally, the judge handed down a groundbreaking and chilling ruling. Madison could retain partial custody, but her parental rights would be reviewed annually under a state-monitored genetic continuity index. If her synthetic DNA exceeded 40%, she'd be considered post-human and legally barred from guardianship. The media went wild. Protesters surrounded the courthouse, some chanting blood before bots, while others held signs saying love is not molecular. Today, the Reeve decision is being challenged in federal appeals, but for now it stands, and it marks the first time in U.S. legal history where parenthood was tied to genetic purity. Madison moved to Oregon and rarely speaks to reporters, but in her last public statement she said, I risked everything to stay alive for my daughter, and now I have to prove I'm human enough to hold her hand. This is CourtSpiral, where science fiction isn't fiction anymore, it's federal law.